to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Indianapolis Colts and the New England Patriots. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Jones wants to throw to start things out here.
The connection here with Nelson Agholor. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now Jones. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
The Patriots at 7-2 here on the year. Their head coach, he's got them believing in themselves. They've won 7 of their last 9 games now.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
Well, they were advancing the ball. They had a couple first downs under their belt, but a big mistake there on the opening drive leads to 6 points the other direction.
And what a good read that was on his part, Brandon, because it prevents a possible scoring drive with how they were moving things along. And it gives the defense the early advantage. Was going to be a definitely entertaining battle between these units.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This fielded right at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now a throw here to his running back. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Throwing, Jones. Oh, the
ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. They go play action with Hurts. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Let's go now.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Hurts sliding out of the pocket. And that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
A gift for Taylor running right side. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
This is caught inside the 15.
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Patriots are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake, Jones. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Kwity Paye getting in there and burying him behind the line. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they have to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw complete there to Beckham. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 14 yards that time for number 14.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jones. Over the middle, complete. It's Harris. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Only able to gain a couple there. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Hurts to throw. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. Throwing is Hurts. Steps away to his left. Hurts fumbles it. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around a lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 52 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. From the gun, it's Taylor. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. This defense for the Patriots, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Open man is Taylor. He's got it. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Michael Pittman, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Colts go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. Back to throw. Jones. And a big loss here as he's taken down. DeForest Buckner, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, that's a big defensive stop there, and it takes away a lot of the momentum from the offense coming off that big completion to prior snap. Give big credit to the defense for bouncing back.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
New England on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Looking to throw. Jones. This one to Bourne, and he's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Jones now throwing on first down. Open man here, the tight end Henry. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw again. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby Okereke.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. The mistakes continuing to pile up, and it looked like they were going to be able to eat into that deficit. Instead, now the deficit is even larger.
Yeah, they were on a march with a chance to get back within a score, but now that deficit continues to grow.
Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line. For a touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but hold on a minute.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it. I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it. You mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy. That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
1-7, their record here at the midway point of the season. And right now, this organization, more than likely, if you look at it, CD, probably in for a rough second half of the season.
Well, we've seen teams turn things around in other places. I mean, we've seen 1-7 first halves turn into 5-3 second halves. But with this squad, I think these guys aren't playing to get into the playoffs. They're playing for their jobs. So is the coaching staff. They're coaching for theirs. Front office trying to keep theirs. The heat is on from all directions. And what's interesting is a lot of these guys are playing for jobs and trying to keep their positions. It might be just in the league in some other spot.
64 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Mike Hughes. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing, because the reaction to those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, and now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Colts pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Always always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Play action. Here's Hurts. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
They'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the 1st down. I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react.
Well, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, those are the type of plays that can focus a defense, because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. They just proved to themselves that they can get to him, and I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try.
He's got a man, complete. He's at the 30. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and this defense has had its share of problems getting guys to the ground. And here's another example. They never should have allowed this play to gain as many yards as it did before tackling early in the play led to big yardage after the fact.
And they'll get this down to the 10. And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Here we go, here we go.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they're coming up here on the 9th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Hurts. Touchdown! Michael Pittman. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Colts continue to pull away here this first half. Extra
extra point right down the middle. And the rout is on here in this first half. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That second down play nets a -4.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback, and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go. And, of course, they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will do it for this first half. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. He'll look to throw. The toss here completed to Pittman. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. Now Hurts on the option right. A solid stiff arm. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Beating him there with his legs. 21 yards, first down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it.
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Pats are going to take possession of the football. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, Pruitt. Pass complete once again to Bourne. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he was looking for Parker, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Colts are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 101 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
Hurts throw caught by Pierce.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 14 yards that time for number 14.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Here's the option going right. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
Hurts. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Mike Hughes.
And the Patriots are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Throw left side complete. That's Harris. Finding space at the 40. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way. And
this is caught. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down at the 2. So close. A big play there for New England. 47 yards.
This defense is definitely reeling a little bit now. Back-to-back big plays given up. And you know what all defenses talk about. How do you limit that? Instead, they got hit by a 1-2 punch those last couple of plays, and now they've got their backs to the goal line.
Harris. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Now here's another carry for Harris. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Damian Harris, his 19th touchdown now on the season.
And the Patriots are able to cut into that deficit.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And my goodness, another interception.
It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Pats are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Damian Harris halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Patriots take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. So the Patriot offense stays out there, and they'll line up and go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback. On 2nd and 9, Hurts. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down. They'll try and run right on the option. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Well, that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop it.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy.
And now here's another interception. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it, and the Patriots are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Off play action. Pruitt. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Pruitt. Going deep here for Parker. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for New England. 47 yards.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Finding Bourne here over the middle. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
New England on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp. The Patriots will bring on the field goal unit. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. And his kick is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will not be returned. Back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up.
And the ball is free. Taylor lost it. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. Jones, following the fumble recovery, he'll throw.
Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked up by Julian Blackmon.
And the Colts are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. Look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Matt Judon from his outside linebacker spot gets him down there for a loss of 4. So after the sack here, 2nd and 14. Dobbs is throwing. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but it did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Dobbs. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Patriots take over. New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Yannick Ngakoue picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones.
He completes it to Beckham.
And he is going to pick up a Patriots first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Now Jones. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. And here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Throwing, Jones. And incomplete on the deep ball.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this one is incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? Advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, with about 95% chance of winning.
Yeah, I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Here's Dobbs. They'll roll him out right.
He'll dump this off to Taylor, complete.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. Well, a clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
Dancing to his left. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they keep handing it to him.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Now Jones on 1st and 10. And get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Operating from the gun, Jones. Got the connection here to Bourne. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. They'll look to throw again.
And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session. But, Coach, I was throwing to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
And they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to... And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
3rd and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown, Patriots. Damian Harris, his 21st touchdown of the season.
And the Pats have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Important extra point up and through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand. I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. It'll be Hurts on the option. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ballgame. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Running straight ahead, Taylor. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
They'll try and run. Taylor. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Able to punch it in on 3rd down. Makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Jones. Pass complete to Harris. And he will stop the clock here as he's out of bounds with the first down. The 24 seconds remaining. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Jones. Crossing the field, Beckham makes a catch. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agree. They have to up the tempo in this case. Down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Jones. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 12 more yards there and another first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now Jones. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
To throw is Jones. He's going to let one go deep for Parker.
And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up third down.
Well, this defense has been physical all game long, and it certainly looks like they're not going to back off and make things any easier. They want to keep making life miserable for the receivers all the way to the end.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little, too late now.
I would agree with that. And we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
The extra point here is good, but the late touchdown can only draw the score a bit closer as this game is over. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. By off